Thank you for watching WISD TV. My name is Dale Caffey, and I'm proud to be on the campus of Mountainview Elementary and International Baccalaureate World School. I'm joined by two outstanding fifth grade students. This is Hannah. She is the Student Council Vice President, and Rebecca, the Student Council President. And this is Dania Meyer. She is the counselor here at Mountainview Elementary. And we're in the culmination, Dania, of something called 15 Days of Caring here at Mountainview Elementary. In fact, I think we're in week 3 of that process. Talk about what this is all about.
Well, 15 Days of Caring, what we're trying to do is to have kids to be purposeful and to intentionally look for acts of caring and recognize each other for that. And it starts out small with each individual kid noticing that, and then we're making it larger and we're including our school, and then eventually this week we've included our community. Great.
Talk about some of the things that have taken place in the last 10 days of the 15.
Okay, well, the first week we had our students take a look at each other, and they had caring cards in their classrooms, and when they recognized an act of caring, they went ahead and filled that out, and we've posted those on our windows here. The next week, which was last week, we kind of involved our families, and we sent home a caring calendar where parents are and family members are looking for acts of caring at home, and they're initialing that. And then this last week we have started with our Pack of Hope program, where we are involving our community.
Now, I understand also that there was some acts of kindness and caring for the campus as well.
Exactly. And last week we, in addition to our family, we extended it to our school, and we had students just out of their own goodwill decided, let's clean up some leaves around the campus. This time of year at Mountain View, we've got beautiful trees and the leaves are everywhere. And so kindergarten cleaned up, and then second grade joined in and cleaned up our courtyard.
Talk about how quickly this caught on among the students here, because this is part of a theme of an international baccalaureate school.
It is, and I think that it was kind of slow to start because we're not used to looking for good things in other people. It seems like a lot of times we're pointing out, she did this, he did that, and so our focus, we wanted to spin that around and have kids intentionally look for the caring acts. And I would say by the second or third day, we started getting lots of caring cards filled out. And as we had announcements in the mornings about that, reminding kids and giving examples of caring acts, it really kind of snowballed, and it's gotten really big at this point.
Well, I know that from the looks of the window behind us, or several windows behind us, they are very full of caring acts.
Exactly. They range from little things like he picked up my paper to larger things like, oh, someone forgot his backpack and they remembered it for them, took it to their classroom, to kids helping kids who've spilled things. So they range from little things to big things.
Great. Dania Meyer, thank you so much today. We'll come back to you in just a minute, but let's take some time now and talk to our president and vice president of the Student Council. Again, this is Hannah. She's the vice president, and Rebecca is the president. First question, have to go to the president first. I'm sorry, Hannah. But talk to me a little bit about the last 10 days and what you've seen happen at your campus with this great project.
Well, I've seen everybody being a lot caring, and if somebody dropped something, they would pick it up, and there's just been a lot of caring and a lot of nice acts.
Great. What have you done to help this campus and this whole situation out?
Well, one thing that I've done, we've started a program called a Pack of Hope, and where you bring food for kids, and I've brought some food to help kids that are in need, that need food.
Great. I believe Pack of Hope makes sure that children in our schools have something to eat on the weekends, because sometimes we know we eat well here in our great cafeterias, but some of our children may go hungry over the weekends. That make you feel good to be able to help somebody out?
Yes, sir, it does.
Very good. Thank you so much, Rebecca. And I believe it's my understanding, Hannah, that you and Rebecca help out with morning announcements. Is that correct?
We did last week. We haven't yet this week.
Okay, but some of the morning announcements last week, tell me about some of those announcements and what you tried to talk about.
We, last week, it was no name calling week, so we sort of tried to talk about that and to encourage the kids not to call each other names.
Now, I believe you also had the opportunity to read some of the cards, the acts of caring cards. Do you remember any that stick out in your mind?
I remember quite well the kindergartners, Miss Collins' class. They raked up leaves outside their buildings so that so that the parents and the kids wouldn't have to walk through them.
Right. And then I believe there was a lot of activity in the courtyard. What does a clean courtyard mean to you? You're a fifth grader now. You've been going to this school a long time, and you look outside, and it was kind of messy before, and you look outside now, and it looks pretty good.
It does, and I really appreciate that because it just sort of brings happiness to the school. I don't know how to put it. It just I feel like it makes the school a lot happier.
Well, it certainly does. Anytime a place looks neat and clean, it looks like people care for it. Thank you so much for what you're doing here, and congratulations on a job well done. Any final thoughts, Rebecca?
Who cares?
We care. We care a lot, don't we? I mean, the people who really care are the students here, and I believe the theme is this: it starts small and can get big. Is that what you've gotten out of this?
Yes, sir. Miss Meyer even taught us a lesson where it starts with you. You can start a whole chain. Next comes the school and your family, and then the community and the world.
Great. Very good. And Rebecca, tell me about your family and how you've tried to help out at home and at school.
Well, at home, I've been doing stuff without my mom having to ask me. Great. So that's really nice for her.
Very good. Rebecca, the president, Hannah, the vice president, thank you so much, and congratulations on a great job of 15 Days of Caring.
Thank you.
Okay. And Daniel, let's wrap it up here because it's so fun to talk to the students because they're the future here. Mm-hmm. And they made a difference in the courtyard, and they can make a difference in our city and our world.
Exactly. And, Rebecca started something a while ago. One of our little theme sayings is, who cares? And that should be, all the kids kind of respond to that and they say, we do. Exactly. And you should too. And so it's important for us to realize that caring starts with you, and then your caring act can have a ripple effect and spread to others. Yeah,
and as she accentuated the point, who cares? Because a lot of times we say who cares in a negative manner, but who cares here is a positive thing.
Exactly. And just, to give credit where it's due, we got this idea at an IB conference a couple of summers ago. There was a school in Longview, Texas, who had the 15 Days of Caring campaign, and the students, along with our learner profile attributes, they started reflecting on what does caring mean to them, and then they brought in Trevor Romaine, an author, and they actually have a book called Who Cares, I Do, and we've read that book to all the students campus-wide, and that's kind of our little mantra that we say, who cares? And then the kids respond, I do. So.
And I guess we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that Mountain View is not the only one that has undertaken this 15 Days of Caring. Just like the kids here start in the classroom and it spreads throughout the campus, we want this to spread throughout Waco ISD.
Exactly. And a number of the elementary campuses are already in progress with us right now doing other activities, and we're not all doing the same activities, but we have all started with the center and spiraling out. And some campuses will be doing it a little bit later in the spring. But yes, we kind of did some math with my lessons, and we talked about if it starts here with every kid doing one act of caring for 15 days times 430 kids, that was over 6,000 acts, and then we multiplied that times 15 campuses, and the kids were really impressed. It was like over almost 100,000 acts of caring if every kid just did one act of caring.
That's right. Wonderful job. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
You're welcome.
Okay. We are at Mountainview Elementary with some great students and a great program called 15 Days of Caring. And they're about to wrap it up. They've been doing some great things here to clean up the campus, and it's going to spread from here throughout Waco and ultimately throughout the world. My name is Dale Caffey, reporting from Mountain View Elementary, where there are learners today, leaders tomorrow.